I woke up extremely close to land, like way too close. My head was out of the water, and suddenly I could breathe air. Now, I don't know if you know this, axolotls can't breathe air. So, I'm just gonna return to the ocean. But haha, the ocean didn't want me back. I immediately got attacked, so I left. Punched a tree for its wood. Then, I proceeded to beat this sheep to death with the stick. Originally, the plan was to go into this cave and steal its resources, but I looked down it for a second and got terrified. So I went back to the surface to get more materials and get more prepared. Like, I found some iron underwater, which, I mean, I can breathe underwater, so this shouldn't be too hard, right? Holy shit. Alright, I can't breathe underwater anymore. I did get more resources, though, and killed this cow. After walking around for a bit, I did manage to find a nice, cute little dangerous looking cave, so I set up camp and watched the sunset. Thus concludes my first night. I woke up in a pretty good mood, so I decided to ruin it by mining. I thought those stupid light things were diamonds, so I just kept staring at them. I got some black lung, but who cares, I got it for coal, and doctors don't exist anymore, so really, what you gonna do about it? I saw a very long man, so I decided to go up and say hello. He had an adorable little face. Honestly, I mostly just mined. There wasn't really anything too exciting. Oh. So, yeah, I just continued mining. I found a big goopy man that reminded me of someone I saw in a dream. So I killed it. After making a hat and some boots, I decided to go to sleep, so I wouldn't have to deal with the threatening monsters. And that concludes day 2. I woke up only to smell more iron on day 3. When I went back to the mine, a creeper came out literally nowhere and exploded behind me. What a fucking asshole. I went to light up the front area of the cave, like that hole, only to immediately get my ass absolutely handed to me by these mobs. I went out to make a shield for extra protections against the skeleton, but when I went back down, all of them died, despawned. Something happened to them, so I just took the chance and lit it up. I mined a little more. Nothing really exciting happened on day 3, I'm gonna be honest. I watched the sunset with a cow. I named him Dib. And that was the ending of day 3. Honestly, nothing like noteworthy happened on day 4, so I just figured I'd speed it all up and just do a quick little voice. Well, on day 5, I finally decided to pick up all my stuff and set off on an adventure. I found this black and white creature. I have named him Ted. We'll never see Ted again. There was just all sorts of wildlife. I found a wolf. I wanted to keep him, but I literally had no bones in my inventory. And then I found another one, which I was also devastated to leave. And then I just found a huge-ass ocean. I sailed across this ocean for so long. I did end up finding land eventually, and then I found these cool cliffs I deemed good enough to live in. And when I started finally making it up to the top, I did see a villager in the distance and decided just to make camp for the night. And with that, I climbed up the tower and made my bed. I was gonna watch the sunset tonight. I swore it to myself. And that concludes day 5. Today, I had a plan. I was finally gonna explore that cave. Alright, a book and weird eyes. That's not, it says hello. That's not very comforting to see. Okay then. Well, now I have these eyes I don't know what to do with. Haha, but I'm nowhere near ready for that. So instead, I'm gonna go greet my neighbors and handle their pest problems. Pest of skeletons. After introducing myself to neighbors and, borrowing stuff from them, I decided to go check out my near forest, right in my backyard. Might as well go see what's going on. Barely 2 seconds in, and I started sinking in snow and started panicking and nearly dying. After that mishap, I decided to leave the forest and never come back. I already had burned a lot of daylight, so I decided to just tip my toes into the cave. Just explore just enough to light torches up and stop mobs from spawning. Oh boy, was that a mistake? I've come to the decision I hate creepers and they are the bane of my existence. My mortal enemies, if you will. Well, after that hell of exploring, I finally got to be able to tuck in my little head and go to sleep. I woke up to the smell of burning flesh and the sound of dying corpses. I've gotten used to it at this point. I went back to the mines and, as we can see, didn't go well. This random skeleton was looking at me weird, so I decided to punch out his legs. Though we were high up and I looked down at I was standing pretty high up and I don't know, it made me feel weird to look down so high. I went down the staircase I made. After that little mining experience, I decided to go back home, smelt the goods I got, do some farming, eat something, try to trade with this guy. As soon as it started getting even remotely dark, I decided to go to the top of my tower, and instead of watching the sunset, I wanted to watch the moon rise, which really isn't too different, but I don't know, I feel like I needed something different. Once again, I woke up in my comfy bed on top of a roof. Went mining, nearly got blown up by 2 creepers, because that's just my luck. A baby zombie and a zombie in gold armor started attacking me, and I was sitting at it not so comfortable half a heart. A skeleton also tried to attack me, but I ended up pushing it down this hole, just watching it for a little bit. But good news is I found a spawner, which is relatively close to my house. Another creeper tried to kill me, and I decided that was enough for one day, so I just went home. And that was the end of day 8. Already day 9. I started off my morning by just fishing in a local pond. I then found this pure white cat right next to dead bunny remains. Well, it's my murdering cat now. I have decided to name him Gibbon. I also then took the creepy chest and just buried it next to my house. To end off the day, I named this house mine. Me and Gibbon decided to hit the hay after I moved the bed downstairs. The recording messed up for me waking up and coming down here, but I essentially fell into a cave. I found these really weird... I don't know what they are, but they creep me out. While going deeper, I found this weird thing that screamed at me. So I obviously had to destroy it. I found more diamonds. That's pretty much, I feel like, all that happened on this day. I kept finding more diamonds. It wasn't very exciting. I found this pond, I guess, and it made me feel weird. Like, it was familiar, yet I know I've never been there before. I explored around it a little bit, just found some glow squids, nothing really exciting, but it felt weird. I found more diamonds. It was pretty cool. I noticed it was becoming the end of the day, though. Well, day 11, I'm still in this cave. But good news is I did find a mine shaft, so, you know, time to rob it. I found a bunch of these minecart thingies. Honestly, the loot in it wasn't, like, terrible, but it wasn't the best. It was enough to survive. I found more diamonds. And thus concludes day 11. Day 12, still stuck in this goddamn cave. But I'm now actually going to try to find a way out instead of just exploring. It already took me an hour to find this. But after so long, I finally made my way home. And it was time for me and Gibbon to sleep. Day 13, time to finally put all those diamonds to use. Haha, but then I realized I literally am missing just one for boots. So now I realized I had to go back mining and just find a single diamond. But literally, as soon as I went outside, I get attacked by a skeleton and a creeper. So that was fun. It really is making me thinking where the hell that golem went. After a bit of exploring the cave, I did end up finding diamonds again. And another goop guy. Well, that was enough mining for me. I do not want to go back down there. After that, I finally made a full set of diamond armor. I was just this close to beating the Ender Dragon now. I planted some glowberries and organized my chest a little bit, then I went to bed. I killed the usual skeleton that hangs out in this farm, and I finally started working on the nether portal. And you know, this actually wasn't a bad spawn. Nothing really horrible spawns in this area. Hoglins don't come here because of the mushrooms. It just isn't bad all around. After walking for a while, I ended up finding the structure, only to immediately get bombarded by magma cubes and literally everything in hell. I built myself this little structure to hide behind, and then got to work fighting blazes that I was getting severely outnumbered by. After getting my needed blaze rods, I entered back the overworld, and immediately went to bed because it was dark out and I didn't notice. Day 16, I decided to go back to hell, which is something I didn't really want to say, and to get some ender pearls. Well, that's the end of this day. Well, still stuck in the nether, but, you know, at least I'm getting these ender pearls. Honestly, all today was me standing in this little hidey hole, killing endermen, but I did make it a little bit bigger. Although, at, I don't know, a little bit halfway in, all my tools did break, so I ended up cutting the tree above me and using it to make a wooden sword. Though after getting 11, I did immediately just run back home. I mean, Enderman tried to follow me, but I escaped in time. And then I went to bed, marking the end of this day. Well, today was the last day I was going to spend here. Yeah, sure, the letter said I needed to survive 100 days, but imagine how much easier it'd be if I just got rid of the threat right now. I mean, what are we? It's almost day 20, so might as well get an early start, right? Honestly, I was mostly excited to finally put this diamond armor to use. I decided to do just some quick little fishing because I also wanted to take Gibbon with me. So, you know, I wanted to bring him some snacks. But then I realized if I left, it'd probably be nighttime because I don't know how far away the stronghold is. So I mostly just got more food. I got everything organized. I got food for myself and for Gibbon. I had everything I needed, or anything I thought I might need. I honestly had never fought an Ender Dragon before, so I just took things I feel like I would have needed. Today was the day I was going to kill the Ender Dragon. Whoever or what that is. Me and Gibbon were going to kill it. And there he is right next to a feather, my little serial killer. We were off. Where the eye started leading us was near ocean, so, you know, me and Gibbon got in a boat. Boat bud. While sailing, we found this really weird structure. It looked a little familiar. A little too familiar. Whoa! Well, that was weird. After sailing for a while, we finally came on land. Although I noticed it was getting late and I didn't want Gibbon to be in any sort of danger, so I did just put my bed in the middle of nowhere and go to sleep. When I woke up, Gibbon gave me string. I didn't know what it was going to be used for, but I appreciated it. And before I knew it, boom, we reached another village. I thought this would be a nice resting spot before we went back on our journey to find the dragon. Although it was really cute to see Gibbon in the snow. I thought it was pretty. Also, there was a cobweb on the floor, which I thought was weird, and a go down sign. That's also weird, just gonna ignore that for now. And instead, I'm going to put Gibbon inside this nice little house to get some rest. Well, my plan actually is to keep Gibbon in here so he can be safe while I go and kill the dragon. After using another Eye of Ender, went down the go down hole. So I definitely didn't feel safe. I reached the bottom and found this very cold water and these fun stairs to go down. Only to see a pathway of candles. Yeah, that's not creepy at all. And a dimly lit hallway. Also, definitely not terrifying. Is this how I get to the dragon? Whoa, that is really cool armor. Way cooler than mine. Huh. Weird. Oh, fun! A new mysterious bug. What was that? Oh god, that book was right. I need to get the fuck out of here. I'm sorry, Harley.